going to have Laron come up and give us a little bit of family history.
I'm sure a lot of us would like to know where we started and where we come from. And Little May and Tina, Tina, she really did a lot. They were able to come up with history as far back as 146 years ago. This is stuff, we didn't know, and we need to pass it on to our children. I have copies here for the children, and if their children would like copies, they would need to get copies of it. Yeah. And I'm going to start reading this. I'll just start reading it as they pass it out. Okay, y'all pray for me. Y'all know I can't see too good. I'm using a little light down here. Okay, we started out as far as back in 18. Sorry. Their great grandfather, which was Dad's grandfather, his name was Sanford Northley Hunter. He was born in April of 1851. He was born in North Carolina. He was born a slave, and he had 6 children. They were born in Tennessee. Then, while they were in Tennessee, he married Patsy Holmes on October 9th in 1900. Then, Blanche Hunter was one of their children that were born. She was born here in Arkansas. In 1907, today, Molly Hunter was married to Mr. Wash, Wash Buster Hunter, which was our great-grandfather. Well, I'm sorry. He's our great-grandfather, great-grandfather, which is, he's our great-grandfather, my great-grandfather, and my mother's great-grandfather. Wash was the youngest child that was born of his union, and then Wash, he had Blanche, Molly, Evelina, Buster, Thelma, Laron, and Alex, and of course we know who that is. That is our grandfather. Okay, Evelina Hunter Roberts, which was which is Dad's sister, she was born in 1916. And then Wash Hunter, he married again to Annabelle Wilkins at the age of 28 on August the 1st of 1916. To that union that came Evelina, Buster, Thelma, Nora, and then Dad. And then we have Thelma Hunter Holloway, which was born in June 29, 1917, which was one of his sisters. And then we had North, which was Uncle Nora, that we know him as Hunter. He was born in November 28 in 1923 in Arkansas. Then Buster Hunter in November 22, 1921 in Arkansas as well. Then Sanford North at the age of 75, which was our great-grandfather. He married again to Dora Lasker at the age of 56 in September 11th, 1926. Then Alex, on October 9th of 1927, he was born in Arkansas. He had James Sr., Freddie, Aline, Dorothy, Bobby, Robert, Little Charles, Nathaniel, Hosea, and Perry. Also, Uncle Wash, he was married again at the age of 36, and he married Annabelle Wilson, age 28, August 1st, 1960. He was married a couple of times, maybe 4. Okay, Evelina Hunter, at the age of 19, married Rosa Robertson, age 21 in Roanoke, November 16, 1935. Then Thelma Hunter, age of 18. These are dad's siblings, I'm sorry. At the age of 18, married Robert Holloway at the age of 21 in Pettis, Arkansas. No children were born at this union. December 24th, 1936. They were married until her death in 1981 for 45 years. Then Wash Buster Hunter married Cora Jackson, our great-grandfather. There was another time he was married. There was no children involved in this union, and they were married February 11th of 1938. Then, Wash Buster Hunter, 59, he married again. Are y'all keeping up? That's where you get it from. Okay, he married Lily Herman. He married Lily Herman, age 47. No children were during this marriage. November 8th of 1941. Married into his death in 1964 for 23 years. Then, Buster Hunter, as we know, Uncle Bo, I'm pretty sure some of us still remember him for it, as far as grandchildren. He married Aunt Maddie Cotton in England, Arkansas. They had 11 children together. October 25th, 1940. They were married until his death in 1990 for 49 years. And then Alex Hunter, he married Equilla Hunter at the age of 18, and Equilla was 18 as well. I don't believe that, because I remember God telling me this story. That they moved her date of birth up so they could get married. Am I right? Mother, what were you, 16 or 17? She was 17. He walked all the way, and she said, Grandpa Wash walked all the way to town from up 31. I'll never forget that. She told me. And she said when he got there, they found out that she wasn't old enough to get married, so he just moved her age up. Because he wasn't going to walk all the way back to get somebody to sign, I'm pretty sure.
That's what the marriage license is.
But the marriage license had she was 18. That's why we got her birthday mixed up now. Mm-hmm. How old are you, Lord? 2 years younger. She's 2 years younger. I was going to say a lot of stories. We'd be in trouble. Okay, Wash Parker Hunter, a.k.a. Mr. Buster, he died January 29th of 1964 at 3:20 a.m. at his home located in Route 2, England, Arkansas, and he was 81 years old. Now, all this information was found. I mean, they were able to pull up, all of the copies of death certificates, so this was very, very helpful for us. And then we have North N. Hunter. As we know, it's Uncle Nora. He died in February of 1995 in Chicago, Illinois. He was 72 years old. Then we have Thelma Hunter Holloway. She died in 1981 in Roanoke, Arkansas. She was 64 years old. That was Dad's brother and sister. Then he also had another brother, Buster Hunter, Uncle Bo. He died August 12, 1990 in England, Arkansas, and he was 68 years old. Then we have, this is the last thing, Alex Hunter, which is, Elliot. That's what you got on there, Elliot. He died March 11, 1997 in Laron, Arkansas. He was 69 years old, and he was the last surviving child of Wash P. Hunter. So, he was the last child that was born, and he was the last one to pass as well. So now we look at our descendants here, which is a lot of us. And, for us to have to look back and, to really research for Aunt Lily and Tina to really do all the research they had to do, they just took a lot of time. So us coming together each year to keep it going, that really means a lot. Because, you never really know who you're related to unless you're around them sometimes, most of the time, it's good to instill it in our children now You know, let's keep it going. Let's keep it alive. Because if not, you know, we don't keep it together, you know, another 146 years from now, you know, who will know who's related to who. So next year, I plan on seeing you guys again. And while we're here, I'm going to continue to enjoy myself.
All right.